something going wrong here. Hello, hello. I'm not ignoring anyone. There's something gone a bit funky with with my Stream Deck at the moment. It doesn't seem to be changing scenes or anything within OBS, so that's not ideal. I'll now have to use my mouse and do it all manually. Oh well, never mind. It's Thursday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. How are we here on stream, you might ask? Well, it's the National Day of Mourning here in Australia for the passing of the Queen. So it's a national holiday. Yeah, I kind of had a little bit of time. So the other thing is I probably won't stream. Well, I won't stream tomorrow night, and which I usually do stream Friday nights, and I probably won't stream Monday because I'll very likely be engrossed in the Modern Warfare 2 beta and be playing that, if we're being brutally honest. And so I figure I'd get some Infinity stream in, and catch everybody up on where we got to. So at the end of the last stream, we were in the off season, the transfer season of after season 1. We'd finished second in the Wessex Division 1, which should have earned us promotion. And the game told us we were promoted, and the board gave us our transfer budget, and everything was good. Congratulations. The initial expectations from the board were, bravely avoid relegation from the Wessex Premier Division. So we had that, right? And then when it, excuse me, when the season rolled over, we didn't get promoted. We just didn't. So that was kind of annoying. And I wasn't quite sure what to do because it was obviously a bug, right? We had one promotion. The top 2 teams were promoted from the division to go forward, and we were second, and we didn't. And it said we got promoted, but we didn't. So I wasn't quite sure what to do. And candidly, I was pretty unhappy about it because we had a pretty awesome comeback to get there, and then to have it sort of stripped away because of a bug really kind of chafed my ass a little bit, for being brutal. So we finished stream, and I wasn't sure what to do. And then I decided, okay, what if I play a season off stream, do the best that I can to kind of run it back, and then see if I finish top 2 and don't get promoted again, then it's a bug in the save. It's not salvageable because we'll just keep getting promoted and not moving up, which is not really fun, right? When you're level 10. So that's what I kind of decided to do. So I basically ran it back with largely the same team. I went out and got all the players that we'd had the year before, more or less. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Picked up a few new ones along the way, but yeah, and ran it back. And we won the Wessex Division 1 on the last day of the season, and we went on a ridiculous end of season tear, just like the season before, just like the first season, right? So the first season that we did on stream, I think we were undefeated for like 18 games or something. We won like 9 or 10 in a row. This last year, we basically, for the back half of the season, went undefeated. Like, we won everything. And there were a whole bunch of games where it was like we were down 3-0 at halftime and we came back and won 4-3. We had like 88th minute goals to put us up. It was crazy, some of the wins we pulled out, and some of the times where it looked for all money like we were going to get FM'd, and then something would happen and we would win. It was kind of freakish. But we'd gotten ourselves in such a hole at the beginning of that season. I didn't think we'd get out of it, and then and on the last day of the year, we won the division. We had been promoted a few games earlier, and then but I really wanted to win the division because I kind of felt like if I won the division, we would go up for sure, because I saw Romsey, the team who won the division the year before, by 1 point over top of us, and we won the division by 1 point in the second year. But the team who'd won the division by 1 point the year before, they did go up. So I kind of knew that if we were champions of the division, we would go up. So I really wanted to do that, and we did. So what I might do is, rather than talk about it, I might just get in and show you what happened. Let's see how this works. Yeah, that's not working, which is kind of a pain in the ass. So my for whatever reason, my Stream Deck isn't really working correctly. Yeah, it's kind of a pain. Hold on, just let me try something. Let's go back here. I'm gonna go over here. Quit. Okay, so I've turned off the Stream Deck software. Now let's actually. Okay, I've rerun the software. Okay. Now let's go into Stream Controls. Okay. And now let's go try and change to in-game. Hey, look at that. It worked. Just needed to restart the Stream Deck software. Obviously something happened where it didn't recognize it. Okay. So you can see financially we're in all sorts of financial misery at the moment. But anyway, can't control that. That's not an us problem. So like if we go into finances, at the end of June, we were 79 grand in the hole. We're now 58. This is not an us problem, right? We can't control the balance. We can only control our wage budget. And we're doing pretty well on that front. We have a budget of £1,300 a week, and we're only spending $700. So in that respect, we're doing pretty well. We actually got some of our players to take a pay cut when we got promoted, but that's a totally different scenario. Okay, so let's go club info, history, competitions. So we were runner up, which should have got us promoted, and then we ended up winning. And so if we go look at our best 11, that's best 11 all time. How can we look at this? Let's go look at no. Past winners. So this is what the table looked like. And you can see the difference between us and Verwood was very, very small. Like, it was tight. One of the advantages, I think we beat them twice in that year. So if we go here and we look at our schedule and we go back a season, so you can see this was the second season that I did off stream, right? Mediocre start to the preseason, and then we ended up with a draw, a win, a loss, a win, a draw, a win. So we started okay, and then the wheels kind of fell off the bus here. Through September and October, we really struggled. And that was pretty much, if you go back and you look at the year before, was kind of the same thing. We started pretty slowly. We had a really terrible September, October, and even into November. And then from December, magic started happening, right? From about here, it all just kind of snowballed. If you look at this season, we were really terrible up until the beginning of November. And then we made a change in here where we moved, we moved Gravata up to an attacking role at some point. And it might have been here, actually. Is it here? One of these games. No, it wasn't that one. That was another good game. This was a crazy one where we were up 1-0, and then it just kept going back. But there's an even better one somewhere along the line. I gotta find it. But at some point here we moved Gravata up to so that we were still playing Santoro there. Where did we move him? Might have been here. That might have been the first game. Yeah. So we made a switch. We brought in Leon Gravata in the off season, and when he started the year in playing in that pressing forward role, but he just wasn't really getting the business done. And this guy Santoro, who we had in on loan, was actually chipping in and playing a little bit. So that was okay. And then when we switched him to the pressing forward role, it just kind of clicked. Like, here's a game where we beat Folly 8-1, and he scored 6 times. We were really struggling to score goals with our forwards as well. But yeah, he came on and basically just changed the look of everything. But there were some really wild wins here. This might be the one. So this one here in late January, you can see we were down 3-0 at the 56-minute mark. And I, at that point, sort of just lost my cool and started hitting demand more over and over and over again. And Gravata scored. We scored 3 goals in 2 minutes. So Gravata scored, Taylor scored, and Brennan scored, all between 58, 60, and 61 minutes. I hit demand more after this goal went in and kind of started losing my patience. And we scored 3 goals in 2 or 3 minutes. And then we got a winner. Oh, thanks, man. Welcome aboard. And so we got this winner at the 78th minute mark. But what you can see is it was wild. After this loss, we didn't lose another game the whole year. We lost in a cup match, so we went out of the cup, and we won everything, except for we had a couple of draws here. But from January 1st onward, we didn't lose a match. Most of it was pretty convincing. We had that really good win against Laverstock and Ford. There were a couple of these matches where we scored in like the death, right? 82nd minute winner. Oh, this one here. We scored in the 95th minute to win that one. This one was an 82nd minute penalty. It really was an amazing run, but it echoed the first season that we played on stream, that we were kind of dog water for the first quarter of the year. We weren't really very good. And then all of a sudden everything just kind of clicked. And once we started winning, it just didn't stop. And this was the same thing here. And the other thing is that what happened is, we finished second here. This was the first season on stream. We finished second, got promoted, but then didn't get promoted. And at the end, in the last stream, when I was going through the transfers for that end of that first season, I let all of my coaching staff go. And my director of football and everything, I didn't renew any of their contracts. And then I brought in a new director of football, and I turned over responsibility for all the hiring of staff to him. So when we were into this season, where I played this one off stream, we had the problem that we basically had no coaching staff, we had no scouting staff, we had nothing. We had a director of football who'd been in the job for like 5 minutes, and he was trying to fill out the staff. And at this level, like this was level 10, you're not getting great people anyway, right? So not a huge build up. And so I think the other thing that happened as well, and I think it happened in both seasons, was that there was so much turnover of people. Like I was bringing in so many trialists and loans and all that stuff that there was just no team cohesion. And then once the team sort of coalesced in this period in here, and we started to get some tactical familiarity, then it was like, okay, well, you just have the best players and you win, right? So that's something to think about for this upcoming season, is how do I try and upgrade the squad, but not absolutely wreck the team cohesion. So that's going to be something, because we probably can't afford another slow start, right? So that's kind of where I'm at. The other thing that happened between season 1 and season 2 was, if you go to season 1, we'll go to the end of the year, right? And we'll look at maybe this one. So we had Bana in goal, Comer, Prince, Dankwa, Colum, Burt, Elamrani, Chessmain, Brennan, Taylor, Brennan. We had Kant, etc. So one of the things I did to try and, well, two reasons. One is we were, for the back half of the year, we were the best team in the division. So I knew we had the best players. So maybe bring those guys back with a few upgrades. But also, too, just for consistency, right? Like, I was playing this second season off stream to try and get through and get promoted so that we could start the stream back up in the division we were supposed to start in, right? So then you get down here, and we'll sort of go to this here. And Bana was on the bench. He lost his place to this younger Swiss keeper in last season. But we had Comer, Prince, Corcoran, and Luby. But Colum is there. He was injured at this point, I think. So he was struggling with fitness. We had Burt. Dankwa moved for most of the year out of the back into the midfield, which I think is his preferred position, because we brought in this young guy, Corcoran, and he played really well. So we moved Dankwa up there. We still had Chessmain. We had Isaac Brennan back. We had Ian Taylor, but we replaced Aaron Brennan with Leon Gravida, and then we still had Kant, and so we kind of went back and got as much of the same squad as made sense with some upgrades, which, in a lower league save to go from level 10 through whatever, and keep your squad, that's pretty good. Like that level of turnover is what I'm happy with. So now if you go into the squad for this year and you look past the sheer volume of loan players that we have, you can see that we've got Marmol back. We don't have a backup keeper. I didn't bring Bana back. He kind of went off last year. He went off the boil. I don't know, maybe his development slowed or something. But he was letting in a lot of bad goals. Just some of the goals that were going in. There was one point where I just sat there with my hands on my head. I couldn't believe it. He caught the ball and walked back into the goal, and there was a couple of games like that. And so this guy plays more of a sweeper keeper, and I thought, well, we'll try that. Comer is back. Again, like, look at the age of these guys, right? 18. He's back. Jamie Prince is still kicking around at 24. He's attracting a lot of interest from bigger clubs. I think if we look at him now, it says he's a good player for most Wessex League Division 1 teams, but he has the potential to be a step 4 defender. Like, he's solid. Corcoran, we got him back on loan. We tried to buy him in the off season, but he had just signed a new contract. He's 18. I might do off stream at the end. I might get rid of the potato faces again. So I'm gonna try and buy him. And because he wants to join the club. He's now a 3-star player. Like these guys are, they're improving. My one problem with him is he's a bit short, and I think from an aerial perspective, I would prefer. And this says he has the potential to be the right back, which we played him a fair bit there last year. We have Comer there. Again, he's a left back, but we play him on an inverted wing back role because I like how he sort of moves up and into the middle a little bit. And again, he has a great haircut for a potato face. Column is an interesting one. He's still our 5-star guy. We get a lot of interest for him. He's not shooting the lights out. Like, last year, he wasn't as good as he was the year before. So I don't think anyone will come in and offer us a huge amount of money for him. But, it is what it is. Bert is back. He's now one of our senior leaders in the team at age 22. Again, he has the potential to be a leading player in his position in this division. He doesn't have a lot of upside. He's a good, solid player. Like, if we go into his career stats, he was a 760 in the first year and a 717. His numbers declined a little bit, but a lot of our players did, actually. I'm not sure what was going on there. Dankwa, I suspect he will lose his spot this year. Good player, solid, but I don't think, he's unlikely to improve. He's declined a little bit, so I think we're starting to see the end of his. But in the first year, he was a rock for us. Again, though, similar outputs. Gravida was kind of the revelation last year that we picked up. He's he had spurts where he didn't score. Um, but but he's solid. Like he's a really solid guy. If we go to his career stats, 22 goals last year. So it's kind of the first year where he really put in the goal numbers. I think he probably played in more of a midfield role. But he's a natural, he's a natural sort of attacking midfielder, shadow striker. We were playing him in a pressing forward on attack. I toyed with the idea of playing him as a shadow striker and then playing Ian Taylor in a more advanced role. I don't know. We might do that actually. We might look at that this year. Just toy around with it now that we're in preseason with another tactic, but just train it. But we'll see. So what else? Who else did we bring in? Egeland was interesting. He didn't play a tremendous amount for us last year. Early. He ended up playing a lot of games, but we really struggled to find somebody to play out on the left for us last year. And he kind of came on, and to the point where we ended up buying him in the offseason. Isaac Brennan is still kicking around. We extended his loan. We'd brought him back midway through last season because we were, again, like I said, we were really struggling to find somebody to play out on the left. You could see he was okay again, right? Like he was really good the first year, and then he was okay last year. But he lost his place at the end of the season to Egeland. And then we have Ian Taylor, who they just consistently tell me, he's not really, he's not really, he's a decent player for most clubs in the league below us, and he's unlikely to improve. So he's 26 now, which is fair enough. He has limited skill and all that stuff. But you know what? Like, if we look, he still scores and he still plays well. Like, he is almost playing at an 8 for 2 years in a row. So, I mean, and for a guy who's the team captain and, he's on 25 pounds a week, it's pretty solid. So I'm going to keep him around. We renewed the loan on Santoro. Not 100% convinced on Santoro. He's quite small. Potentially he has the ability to step up and be better. I don't like poachers, so we're playing him as a pressing forward on attack. He's okay. He sort of has a habit of drifting in and out of games. But last year, I don't think that's a good enough goal return for us. So we'll probably look for in the offseason somebody better. And then this young guy, 17, Mikey Small, I don't know. He has a lot of potential. He's naturally quite fit. He's a bit slow. That's probably the problem with him. But 5 pounds a week, he plays. We slot him in here. He played a fair bit for us last year, so he played 15 games. Like, that's pretty good for, at the time he was a 16, 17-year-old, so he did okay. We brought Matt Canton, again, another guy who I think, he gives us some coverage for Bert which is what he does a lot of the time. He's just a good player. His free kicks are pretty solid. So last year he scored 8 times. He's a little bit better than he was the first year. Just a solid squad player, right? Kind of guy you need. And now we're trialing out like a boatload of guys. This was the guy I had in mind as the keeper, but I don't think he's really he's a threat to Marmol, right? So I think Marmol is a little bit better. So at this point, I don't think I'll bring him in. If we look at our squad depth, we'll start at goal. We've got Ashley Green, who's just come in, so we're trying to figure out what he is. He's older. Ideally, I'd like to have an older, better keeper. That would be sort of my goal. I think we've had Tom Brown in before, but again, I want to see what we've got there. So I think our keeper situation will probably change over last year. We could use with an upgrade in that position. On the left column, will continue to be there. I think Liubi will play a bit more on both sides this year. We're going to try and get him into the game a little bit more. We're looking at, this guy. He's a little bit old. He probably won't make the grade. This guy, potentially there's something there. I like the aspect. He's a little bit younger. Central midfield is probably going to be a place where we'll have to upgrade. Central defense. We've got Prince and Corcoran. I'm not sure why Prince is so far down the current ability, I guess, is what's holding him back. But we'll see. And then we get into the center of midfield. So this is the ball-winning midfielder. Gravita is probably the best suited for that role, but I was playing him in the box-to-box last year. We'll look at some of this and see who can fit that role, but I think we'll need to do some upgrades in here and in here. We have Kyle Bird out here, but I'm not sure if this isn't the year where Kyle Burt loses his job. And then up front, if we can find somebody capable of scoring a few more goals for us, that'd be awesome. I really would like to find somebody with a bit of height to them, who's good in the air. So that's probably going to be the primary. So Taylor and Santoro are our two lowest rated, but we'll have to see. I think when Gravita is number one, but I don't think we'll play him much up front. He's good, but I don't think we'll play him up there. So, we'll continue to look. We'll continue to try and bring in players. We're just getting these loanees through now. I think what I'll do, if we'll check the dynamics of the squad, like the atmosphere is falling, cohesion is okay. We need to kind of get this. We need to stabilize this and just get it moving forward. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. We don't really have a very good scouting package this year, which is disappointing. We got a level 10 scouting package and we're at level 9, so I don't think the club had the money to do anything else, if we're being honest. So I think finances will be a problem. Like our projection, it says our projections will improve over the course of the year. We'll, at some point it says we're going to start making money I'm not sure how that's going to happen, but it looks like someone is playing silly buggers and Magic. Our wages costs will go up, but then will drop next year, or they'll go up this year, next year, and then drop back down. So like there's a bit of that kind of weirdness going on. Our revenue will continue to go up, meanwhile our expenses will drop. Like there's some weird stuff going on with that. I'm not really sure. We signed a new sponsor, which is good. We've only got one more year left to go on our main kit sponsorship. So maybe if we can get promoted again, something will happen with that. We don't, yeah, I mean, I'm not too fussed by the young players. If we get some good young guys who are good enough to play for us now at a young age, that'd be good. But if not, not too concerned about it. They are what they are, I guess. We don't have enough facilities, to be honest, to do anything sensible with this, and we don't have the money to improve the facilities. So it is kind of what it is. Anyway, let's get moving. We'll start getting into the preseason. Having said all that, I was really happy to get that promotion last year, playing off stream, and picking up that promotion and actually getting promoted. That was pretty cool. He's got a contract for a while, so we won't worry too much about that. I'm trying not to sign a lot of these young guys to professional contracts because it's basically just money coming out of the budget that isn't going to help us on our first team. And it's not like we're loaded with cash, right? So yeah, you can loan list them. I don't care. No, we won't be doing any of those, like annoying our players by changing their expectations. So what I tried to do was get the save to July 1st of 2023. So I whipped through to that point, and once I saw that we had gotten promoted and some of the contracts we had, people just left, and that was kind of what we were hoping for. I didn't bring back Chessmain this year. I'd considered it because I used him a lot last year. Is when Gravata was the pressing forward, I was using Chessmain as the box-to-box midfielder, but he just wasn't at that standard. Our board this year want us to avoid relegation. I would prefer to think of getting promoted. I'm not really trying to survive at level 9. That's not what I'm doing. Okay, so we'll move him down. Yep. Show us. He's a goaltender. Okay, let's see how he compares with Marmol. Excuse me. He's better in the air. Yeah, no, we won't be moving him. Sure, we'll do that. David Stanley could become better than Richie Dankwa. Great. Next. He has the potential to be... Okay. Do we want to bring him in? No, on a trial. Wait. Let's offer him a trial. Let's see what happens. Staffing advice. Our board's not letting us do anything, to be honest. With increasing our coaching badges and stuff like that, they're just not letting us. They don't have the money, to be honest, which is fair enough. Okay, let's see if he accepts that. Because, yeah, we really need to improve that central midfield, I think. Oh, okay, he is coming on trial. Exciting young prospect, isn't far off first team level, potentially step 3. Okay, ball winning midfielder, that would be a good spot. See? Not talking to the media. It's not what I do. So hopefully, hopefully we can be competitive this year. I need to get the team set up. What I'll do is I'll play the players on trial for the first half, and then I'll substitute them in with the first team in the second half and get the first team some reps. And then depending on what happens with the trialists, if any of them are good enough to sign or loan or whatever, then we will. But we'll see. Hey man, how are you? I don't know how to home and cool. No idea, bro. Anyway, hi. So yeah, so not too worried. What is, just out of curiosity, if we go here, what's the season preview look like? So we're expected to avoid relegation. That's a plus. We don't really have any of the best players. Column is kind of the best, and then Gravida. So we're not sort of don't have any of the star players. Are there any rules I need to be aware of? So 21, so that's 40 matches. Yikes. Okay. First team gets promoted, second team gets promoted. Okay, so top 2 get promoted to the Trident Leagues. Yep. Okay, trialists are allowed to play. Yep. Okay. Transfers. Yep. Loan rules. Maximum of 7 foreign-based players over the age of... Okay, yep. Maximum 7 players allowed out on loan. Yep. Yep. Players... Okay. It does not appear like there's a number... How many... There's no rules to how many loan players I can bring in. Hey, Dak, how are you? So there doesn't appear to be any limit to how many players I can bring in on loan and play, which is cool. Okay, so that's good. So we're 33-1 to win. Well, we'll just have to hope for the best. So this is a lower league save with Infinity FC, and Infinity they were a team who last year in 2021 season, 21-22 season, they were in the 10th tier in the Wessex Division 1 of English football, and they had a ground share agreement, and they were a small club. They were founded in 2006, and they were a small club, and they got to February, and the team who they were ground sharing with, who owned the ground, canceled the ground share about 3/4 of the way through the season, and Infinity couldn't find an adequate emergency ground share agreement to play their home games at. And so they had to drop out of the Wessex Division 1 league, and their record was expunged from the year. And so they were automatically relegated. I'd read the story, and I actually really liked the name. So I'd read the story and decided that would make for a really fun FM save. And so yeah. Sorry, one sec. Okay, so this is very bright, but you can see. So what happened? Wow, that is very bright. It's washing me up. So I kind of liked the whole story, and relatively new club, right? 16 years, not a long time. I liked their little Infinity logo. I thought that was pretty cool. But their jerseys and that were kind of naff. And I don't know. I thought it was a cool story, but I thought it'd be nice to play and get them promoted and see how far we could take them as a club. So I did that. And then what I did was I went and had I had new kits and a new logo made. So this was the new logo I had made. I switched it away from that sort of weird blue and black mess they had. Oh, nice. Yeah. And so I had that done. And then I took their blue, which is this blue, and then I had new kits made for them. By Lorenzo from FM Custom Kits. And I had Lorenzo at FM Custom Kits make them for us. So he did the design on the logo, and he did the design on the kits. Now I had the color schemes. I knew what I was going for with the color set. So with the gold and the black, and I kept their kind of blue. And he created these strips for us, which are pretty awesome. And then there's a little nifty little touch in here in the collar. It says "To Infinity and Beyond," which is obviously from Toy Story. But I learned that Disney didn't have that phrase trademarked. They used to back in the 80s, but they let the trademark lapse. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to put it in there. And so that's where the squad came from. And then I was sort of saying at the beginning of the stream, we played the first season on stream. We got promoted by finishing second. And then when the game rolled over, it didn't promote us for some reason. Oh, hey, thanks for the follow, bro. And so then I was kind of pissed off. So I played the second season off stream over the last couple of days to try and see if I could get us promoted again, and I did. And then when I got promoted this time, we went up. So I thought we'd start again. And this is kind of like, it's season 3, but it's sort of unofficially season 2. So that's kind of where we're at. Do we have him on loan at the moment? Yeah, we do. Okay. So we'll continue to scout him and develop him through trial, and then we'll make up our minds. I think, like I said, what we'll do is we'll get to the games and we'll play our starting squad. I think we'll play our first 11 the first half, and then we'll just play the trialists in the second half, because I think we've learned the last two seasons by having the squad come in and going like that all the time. At the beginning of the season, we end up with a poor start to the year. Yes, our boys have come back in good shape. Nobody's come back injured. Yeah, let's let him do that. Confirm it. We'll have a preseason squad meeting. Okay, I think over the last few weeks I wasn't being ambitious enough. No. Welcome back. Good break. Let's avoid being dragged into the relegation. Exactly. We're going to play in the FA Cup. Exactly. Why is it so lenient? Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's not what I wanted. Huh. Oh, well. Never mind. They're all sort of going to be fine. Oh, I have a hang now. All right. Back at it. Wonder what will happen. Will we get promoted again? No, let's just go. So we're going to do some focus the lower leagues limited training on physical fitness. I want them throwing up after every session because, we need them to be more fit. It'll be I'm actually looking forward to getting into the season. Okay. Let's see. I think after this we'll have a look at the trialists and we'll see if we can figure out if any of the trialists are worth potentially signing. Gravita's training. Okay, Prince is training. Everybody's seemingly going down. Oh well. Can't worry too much about that. I might do a little bit more squad rotation this year if I need to. I'm not sure I'll need to, although we will be playing a few more games this year because we've got the FA Cup as well. So I think we come in the very, very first qualifying round of the FA Cup, which is kind of cool. But we'll still have the Wessex League Cup. I think we have the FA Vase as well. Hey, we've signed a new coach. Who are you? Whoops. Who are you? Nathan Keegan. Okay. Recommend a signing, Nathan. We're close to our first match. Boris. Where do you play? On the wing. You're pretty solid. You're media friendly and you have a balanced personality. how does he compare with Kyle Burt? He's better at everything. Okay. Let's make an offer to... Okay, well, what do you mean current offer? Okay. Oh, they've got offers, I guess? No? Let's make an offer. Sure. Okay, so we'll use the suggested squad, but then when it comes time to run it in, we'll bring in our boys to play the second half so that they get some match sharpness. Because I think that's what kills us, is we're not match sharp. Okay. He was a good young player, actually. Get like a complete upgrade on Burt. That would be awesome. Praise him. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we would like, right? It's just a complete upgrade in every position. Hopefully this year, our scouts will do a better job of actually scouting players. Last year, the scouting was really kind of sus. They didn't really scout anyone. They just kind of gave me a couple of high-level numbers, and then you sort of had to stick them on them for months at a time to try and find those guys. And I don't know, man. They weren't awesome. What do we got here? Okay, so Matt Maris. What are you? You're a no-nonsense center back. You're tall. You're not very fast. How do you compare with... Corcoran? You're a little bit better on the mentals. You're a little bit better in the air. He's a little bit... Oh, no, wait. He's better. You're a little bit better at all that stuff. Huh. And you're only 18. So is he. Let's go look at squad depth. So they're telling me he's kind of the guy. So he's a left footer. Where's Prince? Where's Prince? Prince is a right footer. Corcoran is a right footer. And Maris is a left footer. What about you? You look pretty good as well. Compare you with Maris. Maris is better at defending. You're much faster. But you can play out there. Okay. I might try and sign this kid. Transfer offer. Oh, okay. Let's go. Approach the sign. Yeah, we'll do that. Yep. Let's do that. Let's do that as well. Okay. What's this guy, Pooney? He's kind of good on both feet. He's a natural. Like, I'm not loving him statistically. Like, compare him to Eagleland. Like, I mean, he's not that much better than Egeland. I'm not sure why they think he's like the bee's knees. He's media friendly and balanced. Okay, so. Okay. What's interesting is as the loans have gone through. Okay, so let's now compare you with Marmol. Marmol is faster. Okay, so I don't actually think you're an upgrade, to be honest. Okay. Tom Brown will compare you with Marmol. It's you're sort of the same keeper. You're a little bit better in the air. Okay. JJ Byrne. Compare with Marmol again. Marmol's kind of better. You're a little bit better in the air. Like, then we'll look at this dude. I think Marmol is better than him in everything, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they're kind of the same keeper. Marmol's just better. Huh. What I might do is, how old are you? You're 19. Who's taller? You're a $192. That's pretty big. You're a $190. Okay, let's look at these again. So, aerial reach, handling, reflexes, strength. Okay. I think what we'll do is we'll try and sign this guy, the black face guy, as, let's try and sign him as a backup and see what happens. Approach to sign. Backup. No. Okay. Signing on fee. Yep. 12 months. Yep. Appearance fee. Yep. Unused substitution. We'll just remove that for now. Okay, we'll take that. Let's take that as a backup keeper. That would do us. Medway. Fullback on support. Let's compare you with what's his name? Comer. So Comer is better defensively in the air. You're a bit faster. Okay. What do you play? You can play a bit of center, and You're pretty tall. Okay. What is Lyubi? Okay. Cook. You're not super fast and you're not big. You're kind of average. Okay. You're slow. Okay. We're not going to sign you. Like let's just terminate your trial, send you on your way. You will not be playing for us, Karsten. So let's not pretend. Scott Matthews, 29. You're kind of winger on attack. Yeah, that's not really what I'm looking for. Okay, so let's terminate his trial. We've tried to sign him. And he's not. I don't know, man. I reckon just being physically more dominant might actually be a benefit. Approach to sign. No. You're going to be a squad player. Okay. Let's try that. Okay. Cool. Deal. Let's go, bro. Okay, so that would kind of fill us out there. I think we're covered on the left back. And I think we would have the right back position, although, you know, you're not terrible, but you're small. I think we'll stick with what we've got there. Now, Jake Jones, you're quick. You're small. You work hard. You don't pass well. You can play both sides. You're very good. Okay, we'll keep you in mind. Svensson, you're quick. You're professional. You cross well. And you play both sides. You're a bit small. Okay. You're quick. You play fullback. You're a bit older. I think that'll be that. Lewis Keenan. Wow. Dylan Casco. You play a winger on attack. You're a bit old. Okay, we'll terminate your trial. I don't want to be signing 30-year-old guys. This is the guy I'm the most perplexed about. Like, he really is an attacking player. He's good with both feet. But his work rate is average. He's just quick. Okay. He can play both sides. Okay. No. We'll leave that alone. Avoid relegation. Okay. Whatever. Appearance fee. No. Make that 20. Ah, who cares? We'll give it to him at 10. Okay. Make that 35. Make that 15. Make that 5. Okay. We'll take it. Okay, so now we got him. Wiltshire. You're a little bit older. You play as a Mazzala. Not a big fan of the Mazzala role. You're balanced, you're media friendly. What are we going to do here? You're ball winning midfielder. Box to box midfielder. What if we looked at you as a box to box midfielder on support? You're small. Your work isn't great. You have good technique and you pass well. You're quick and you move quickly. Okay. We might bring you in a second. Let's just see. What's Yusuf Phillips look like? Box to box. Doesn't dribble well. Okay. Ellis Crab, we're still trying to scout you, but you ball winning box to box. Why is it not possible to buy this player at the moment? I think he's probably the answer here. Not for sale. Everyone is for sale, bro. Squad depth. Ellis Crab. Make an offer. Let's try and loan him. Let's make him a fringe player. None. Let's see. Wow. Okay. Done. I'll take that. And Halsell. You're more of a pressing forward on attack. You're all right. You're okay. You're good at just about everything. How do you compare with like an Ian Taylor? You're kind of just a little bit better at most things except in the air. You're a little bit quicker. You're not quite as physical. Oh, wait. Squad depth. How do you compare with Gravita? Gravita is faster. You're a little bit more physical. A little bit better in the air. Okay. Let's look through here. Pressing forward on attack. You're not really the foot. Now you're too old. Sorry. Okay. Josh Clark. You're big. Pressing forward on attack. How do you compare with Gravita? You're just not as fast, but you're better at most things. How does he compare with Santoro? Okay, so you're better than Santoro. Okay, so Josh Clark is an option. And we're going to play you pressing forward at attack. Your work rate's pretty low. Compare with Gravita. Yeah, no, you're not it. You're not it, bro. Okay. So Clack is the dude, I think. Approach to sign fringe player. Finalize. 25 3 good. Sign it up. Button it up. So Josh Clack is in. I think we'll try and get Hassel as well. And then we'll look at where we are. This guy is just consistent at everything. Like, he's just consistent. Let's compare him with Gravita. So he's not Gravita. Where can he play in the midfield? He's a Yusuf Phillips. Who do we compare him to? Kant. So Kant is a little bit better at everything. So pretty much Yusuf, you can go. Wiltshire. Let's compare you to. Did we offer him something? Excuse me. Compare with Kant. So he's much quicker. He's not as good in the air. Okay. pretty small. Great's average. We might just sign him. No shot, bud. You're a squad player at best. Okay, see you later, bud. Terminate that trial. Yep. Let's just move and see what happens. Okay. Yep. Let's go. Okay. All right, so we're going to use the suggested squad. And then we're going to put who? Where's stop that? Cormer here. Prince Corcoran. Column. Can't. Where's Gravita? Gravita. Bert. Dankwa. Eglund. Taylor. And Santoro. Okay, so now we can basically do a full replacement if we wanted to with our starters for the whole game. Okay, so let's do that. Cook. What are you? You're a right footer. Okay, so we're going to take you off inverted wing back and we'll just put you on a full back on support role where you're better suited. All right. Let's do that. Okay. Go to the match. Let's get after it. Let's go get some dubs. Let's get some dubs. Some of these guys, we've already said we're not going to... Oh, that was something. Jake Jones showing he wants to play. Probably should not have let all these people go, but I think we only let the older ones go, which is fine. Manel was one of the ones I think we've let go. But anyway, that's okay. Oh, look at us. Bit of sweeper keeper action happening. Oh, nice spring ball for Hassel. Oh, I was just about to say easy. Thought he put it in the back of the net, but he missed. Yikes, bro. Can't miss those ones. The other team's Jay Jones. All right. I'm reasonably excited by some of the players that we are looking to sign. They look faster. I think that was my problem with our side last year, is we were at times a little bit slow. And I wanted us to be just a slightly faster unit. Oh, hassle. That's unfortunate, bro. I wanted us to be a little bit bigger and I wanted us to be a little bit faster, but at this level, you really can't have everything. You sort of have to pick, and I'm picking speed because you can't, it's they're both kind of the same. You can't teach size and you can't teach speed. So, okay, so we'll start the second half, and then we'll give it to the 55-minute mark, and then we'll make substitutions. Good cross. All right, I think we've seen enough here. All right, time for a broad range of substitutions. Get Comer in there. We'll put him on an inverted wing back position. We'll do Prince, Corcoran, Column, Burt, Dankwa, Gravida. Oh, I didn't bring in a left. Oh, Eklund. Yeah, there you are. Taylor, Santoro. And we can always swap out if we need to. Okay. So here's the boys. Here's the squad. Ooh, not sure where that was. Oh, is that offside? I think it was. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how far offside he was, but that was a lovely ball. Yeah, that was marginal, man. That should have been a goal if we're being brutally honest. Oh, miss again. We don't have our shooting boots on today for sure, but it's okay. I thought Taylor or Burt was gonna skin his man there, but oh, Santoro has to do better than that, right? Because he's got to run onto that with some vigor. Ooh, that looked like us last season at times. Like that dude just literally put it in his own goal. I'm not quite sure what the hell was going on there. Burt with the weird cross that Santoro just doesn't do enough to get onto. Bowers has a brain fart. We're sort of getting outplayed here, which is not ideal, but that's okay. Comer whips it out for Eklund. Taylor, easy. Easy does it. Nice. That's what you like to see. This has been very comfortable. Let's drop back to the defensive version of this. Just take it easy now. See out the rest of the game. Very few dramas. Done. Easy peasy. Here we go. All right. All right. What do we got here? Finished. All right. Well, that was a good start to the preseason. Be nice to Chrysanthemum or whatever his name is, the Greek goalie guy. I think we'll just let him leave. He's not getting a spot, so we'll just send him on his way, terminate his trial. Okay. Let's go look at the squad depth now. So we've got offers in for a lot of those guys. We still have to make some decisions around here. Nah, bro. Nah, I think that you can go. Okay. Let's go back and look at the squad depth again. Maris. If we get Maris, that'd be pretty useful. Nick Howard, we haven't looked at you, bro. I mean, nah, you're not it. Okay. Ellis Crab. You're fast. Did we make an offer for him? Oh. All right, okay. Sorry, we've already got a contract offer in on him. Let's go. Useful for these guys to make up their minds so that I can kind of decide where we're at with our squad depth. Hamworthy Recreation up next. All right. Trial finishes. Medway's had another offer. Somebody's offered for Green. Somebody's made an offer for Clack. Offers have been made for Pooney. Okay. His wage expectations are high. Okay. Let's see. Yep. How? Oh. Oh, we can't. We won't get him for 6 months, 7 months. We'll see. Nah. Okay. Never mind. I'm a bit disappointed we might not get those guys. If they sign elsewhere, we'll cancel their. I think their trials get canceled automatically, so that would be. Yeah, we'll use our suggested training. We'll have to. I mean, hopefully we get a few of these guys, but I'm kind of not holding out my breath. I think we could be missing out on multiples of them, but I guess we'll have to see. That's why I like loans at this point of where we are in the save. Where are they? What is this? Okay, so we're a higher division than these guys, so I'm less concerned about that. Where's our transfers? Look at last year, man. Jeez, we brought in a lot of guys. Transfers in. So we've got Green. Wait, what? No. We've already made him an offer. Oh, we'll see what happens. see what happens. I'm not sure. Wow, Bayern have made an offer of £93 million for Erling Haaland. Scouting is finished. Wow, he's fast. He can't finish, though. No. We had him acknowledge. He's just a defensive midfielder. What positions does he play? Let's bring him in on a 2-week trial and see. Nicholas Marshall. No, he's too slow. Not interested. Okay, let's go. We're making slow progress here. I don't think we've actually brought anyone in, though. That's a bit of a worry. Okay. Okay. Because we're sort of closing in on a month. Decline. Accept that deal. Okay. Well, we got Crab in. Now, let's go to our squad. Let's look at our squad depth. Ellis Crab. Where's this guy? Okay, we need to give him a bit more time, but he looks pretty solid, to be honest. Ball-winning midfielder. That would be... If those numbers are towards the top end of those ranges, that would be pretty solid. We could really use it. If we could get a guy like that in on a reasonable salary, that would be that'd be handy dandy. I mean, some guys like Kant and stuff then won't play a lot, but maybe we'll just have to figure out how to rotate some guys through. I think this year we just need to be better at rotation. I think last year I was so focused on winning because of what happened in the first season. I didn't really focus a lot of energy and attention on squad management. I was just like, let's just get the best players we can get. Let's get the guys we know. Go from there. But, you know. I think one of the things I'll do this evening after I'm done stream is get rid of the potato faces. Okay. Hopefully, some of these guys sign. We'll understand what our depth situation is. You know what? I might actually bring in some more trialists. Yeah. Dunmore. We had Dunmore in last year. And he just wasn't really... He wasn't it. Compare him with Kant. Like, he's a little bit quicker. I don't know, he's just... doesn't really... I don't know. He just doesn't strike me as it. Maybe if I brought him in as a prospect. Ow. But we don't really develop players very well. Let's just focus on winning. Okay, let's go back. Let's get our director of football out there looking at more for one season. Okay. Just have to. We'll just have to think of it that way. I think we'll just bring them all in a trial. Okay. Clear. So then we'll do these guys, free transfers. We'll bring him in. Oh, he's on trial with us already. Never mind. He's already on trial with us as well. No, there's nothing there that suggests that he's worth bringing in at that age. Okay. Clear. Charlie Edwards. We had him last year. Or is he with us now? He's on trial with us now. Okay. Yeah, we'll bring him in on trial for a couple weeks. How bad can it be? Callum Ferguson. I feel like we've had him. Yeah, he's with us now. Schwerdson, Jones, Grant. Just bring him in on trial. Okay. Clear. Free transfer. Nope. Okay, let's trial him. Trial him. All right. Center. Suggest. I don't know. We'll bring him in on a trial, see how he goes. We can always terminate it quickly if we want. I didn't even look at this guy. Jumping reach. It's like a gazelle. Okay, bud. Billy, maybe. We don't know anything about you. Okay. Well, Billy, you have a photo in the game, my guy. Gotta be something about you. Let's clear those out. Let's do left free transfer. Suggest. No. 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 Okay, let's clear. Next we'll look at loans, I think, after this. Okay. Stacey snubs. Alrighty then. Has agreed to terms. He rejected us. Okay. Accept. 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 Mayberry. Okay. Right. So we've lost a couple of those guys. Maybe past is best. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. I think these older guys, we might not be able to get a full season out of them. We'll get to that point in February where they start to decline. Okay. We use the suggested squad. And then we'll make sure that we bring our boys back. We'll have to get Kant some playing time this time around. Lovell is eligible. No, don't care. Kyle Burt, training beast. Let's go. We'll do an update on the selections just before we start. Okay. Maris is set. That's a bummer. Yeah. Could we loan him maybe? Nah, he's just not that good. Who cares? Okay. So now what do I need? Comer, Prince, Corcoran, Cullum, yep. Burt. We'll play Kant. Play Gravita. England. We'll do Taylor. Santoro. And who else? We'll do Luby here. Just in case. All right. Let's submit that. Yep. one of the advantages that we have at the moment is that our team had a lot of they played really well together last year. And so if we can keep the same starting squad, then we'll have the immediate advantage of familiarity and good partnerships that they have between them. So that would be that's a plus. We're definitely getting a little bit more of the chances, but nobody is shooting the lights out here with our 0.46 XG. As long as Pooney or whoever doesn't get sent off here, that'd be useful. Oh, easy. It's a good cross. I mean, I'm not sure why it got through, but it did. So, fair play to them. All right. Spring. Oh, this Alfie Walker looks like he knows where the net is. I think that was a problem we had last season as well. In the off-stream season was scoring. We were prolific at times, and then other times the goals were hard to come by. Okay, we'll give it to 55, and then we'll make some substitutions. Oh, they just carved us there. Okay, that'll do. So Charmol. Comer will turn that into an inverted wingback role. Prince. Corcoran. Column. I think we'll go with Burt, Kant, Gravata, Eglin. All right. The full set of boys on. Oh. Okay. So who's stepping up to take the... Is it Kant? Easy. The goalkeeper just sort of turned sideways. He's like, "Yeah, I reckon you're gonna score here, bro." Oh yeah, good shot. It just doesn't even make an effort. Well, easy peasy for us. We're just on coast mode now. Let's drop into the defensive version of the tactic and just see out the game. All right. Easy. Easy does it. Everybody feels good about themselves. That's what you like to see. This has been a much calmer preseason. Which, last year was a bit frantic because of all the changes with staff and everything else, and then obviously the whole promotion drama being what it was. Last season just felt like a rush. But we're almost into August. We haven't really signed anybody, which is kind of a worry. Although, if you look at our side right? It's not bad. I mean, there's something to be said for having the same running back the same side, right? So I'll be all right with that. If we had to run back, if we had to run it back again, I wouldn't have a huge problem with it. Don't know how well they would do a level up, but we were in the back half of the last season. Like from January 1st, we didn't lose a game. So we were pretty super dominant for most of it, right? Okay, so he signs for there. We didn't get him. We didn't get him. We didn't get him. We didn't get him. Okay, so we didn't get anyone. Not ideal. What does our squad depth look like now? Not amazeballs. Not amazeballs. Okay. What did we do with this guy? Okay, Alfie Walker. Mate, you better be good. Dave Lewis. Okay. Harry Grant. Only sign Grant as a last resort. That seems a bit harsh. Jake Jones. Okay. Leo Smith. Yeah, no. Outspoken and low self-belief. I think we'll wish him well in future endeavors and just move him along. I'm not interested in guys like that. Oh, yeah, we don't have a backup keeper either. Okay. JJ Byrne. He's like Marmol Light. Okay. Tom Brown. Okay. Actually, let's compare those two. I think Brown is the better one of those two. Okay, let's see if we can get Brown. He's a free agent. Can we compare him to who? Neil Owens. He's better than Owens. Ors. Let's have a look. Compare with Michael Ryan. Compare him with this guy. So we don't have anyone in the system, I don't think, who is as good as this guy. Okay. Okay, I think we'll have to. Sure, man. Yeah. No. We're not going to pay you to not play. Okay. I think now it's time to go to our director of football and start looking at who is available for transfer. Okay, let's start getting some of these guys in. I didn't even look at that dude. Oh, he's big. I like a big center forward. Okay. Let's actually, you know what? Let's just get all of them in. And see who's who in the zoo. And we'll go from there. Is there anyone jumps out as probably wouldn't even? You know what? Let's look at them all. It's where I'd like to be able to multi-select these guys and then just try and do a loan like that. Oh no, a trial. That's what I meant. No. Anyway. Okay. Let's bring him in on a trial for 3 weeks. Let's bring him in on a trial. I'd like to just be able to multi-select and bring them in, but for whatever reason. So my strategy this year is a little bit different to past years, rightly or wrongly. I'm focusing more on buying players rather than loans. The risk is that we eat up our wage budget with guys who are sitting on the bench, which is fair enough. But I think what we'll do is we'll be a lot more discerning about who we bring in on a permanent, and they will have to be better than what we have. Like, that's going to be my number one takeaway, is that with loans, you can kind of, the way we structure the loans is we can just bring them in, see if they work. If they don't work, then no problem. We can always terminate the loan, send them back to wherever they came from. We're not probably paying part of their wages anyway, but yeah, we're but when we bring them in permanently, they start sort of sucking up salary. Now we have a slight problem, because that's a spot that we can't really move to somebody else. Okay. Clear. All right. Let's see what happens with these trialists. Okay, Smith finishes his trial. He didn't want to come. Okay. Neither did he. He had a couple rejected. Oh, we had a few rejected. Okay. All right. So we've got those guys coming in now. So exciting young prospect. Important player could still improve. Not far from first team. Okay. Especially if we can get some of these young players. Then if we sign them, then we're sort of in a good spot because we can keep them for subsequent years and build out from there. Usage as a training. He's on loan with us. All right. There comes Barker. Okay. We'll give it another couple of weeks. Or sorry, another couple of days, and we'll have another look at these trialists and see how they're traveling. That's the difficulty with lower league saves. So you spend a lot of time just trying to find better players, Okay. Push comes to shove on these goalkeepers, we might just bring up Brown or something. Let him play in the under 23s still. Just have him on the bench just in case something happens to Marmol. I just think let's not, maybe if we can't find the right goalkeeper, let's just not get too bent out of shape about it. It's not really worth the hassle. I think we'll just focus on, improving some of our out positions. I think for us, the striker position would be one I'd like to just more consistent goal scoring. And then center midfield is probably Woodley are in for him. Everybody's in for the goalkeepers we're looking at, so we're probably not going to get either of them, to be honest. Collective. Yep. Bonuses are fine. I just want to look at the schedule. I think the last game before we play our first game in anger, we'll start our regulars. We just have to have a better start to the season. We can't fall 10 points off the pace at Christmas and hope to make that up again. It's just too much. So we need to be a little bit better this year. Okay. Yearly. Huh. Just acknowledge him. Coleman. Center back. How big is he? Um, 181. Let's offer a trial. Okay. Yep. excuse me, when these trials come off, we'll have to look at them. The other one I want to look at is those strikers to see who see which of them are good, not good. Infinity's Coleman bid rejected. He has dubious interest in transfer. Worst case scenario, he's pretty good. Let's just see. Will they let us have him as a squad player? The rest of the year. Okay. We can always cancel his loan, right? Like, that's not a problem. 31-year-old winger. Let's see. Hayes. Nah. Okay. Let's go. This will be interesting. We'll look at these trialists who are leaving, and we'll see what's going on there. Just let me have a quick look at everything. Make sure. Okay. We're good. Coleman offer is accepted. And for him. He is quite slow. Compare him with Prince. He's a little bit faster than Prince. He's like a younger, slightly better version. So he's aggressive and he jumps well. His work rate is good. He's good stamina. High natural fitness. He's level-headed. Let's remove. I would agree with him about the goalkeepers. Squad player. Nah, mate. Nah. I think he just might be too expensive. I don't think he's that much better that it's worth it. So let's just terminate his trial. Move him on. He's just not that much better. Let's view the draw. Draw all teams. Where did we? Okay. We've drawn against Horndean. Hey, they're in our division. All right. All right. Well, at least we're playing somebody comparable to us. Is trial finished? Training schedules are good. Oh. Wait, what? Team selection. Selection advice. You suggested squad. Okay, so actually we'll give Luby a run, and we'll give Prince and where is that young fella? Mikey Small. Column, Dankwa, Gravita. Where's that other dude? Eagland. Do we get... Oh, Isaac Brennan is back. We should give him some time. And then we'll play Taylor, Satoro, Crab. Actually, probably play Crab ahead of Gravita. Okay, there we go. That'll do. And yeah, let's anxiously trying to get past these preseason games, start to nail our team down. Hope for the best. Hey, we're wearing our attractive gold outfits today. It'd be interesting to see if any of these new players we've brought in on trial will be worthy of a contract offer. We really haven't had a big summer in terms of finding people who upgrade the squad and then they would like to sign with us. I think we'll be back in pretty heavily here soon to the loan market, because the free transfer market hasn't really been kind to us. Well, that was a nice pass. They cut us apart there. That was a good ball through, man. Where is that? This guy, Ali. Look at that. He spots that run. That was a nice pass. Oh, well. I guess we'll come on in the second half, and our starting 11 will hopefully be able to get us back in. What was that? Who was that to? What a terrible ball. Whoa. Wow. Oh, Ali is the recipient of a good ball that time. These Letcomb guys, they're teaching us a lesson here. Like, they're carving us up in the middle. That's just route one. I don't know what that guy in the center of the park was. Who is that? Whoever that dude is, he He pooped the bed. Was not a good effort. Number 6. Bayram. Not ideal, man. He needs to be better. I thought he was gonna put that one in. I thought he curled that around the wall. Okay. So I think our first offensive highlight wasn't offside. I thought it was close to offside. I think one of the defenders is too deep. Oh, it was pretty close. That was a line ball, those two. It was our first shot on target. What level am I playing at? This is level 9 at the moment. Lolujo saved me. I'm sure Kev is pretty happy about that. You'll have to You'll have to go in there and chat, and he'll be excited about that. What did he save you from? Please say a life of inadequacy and loneliness. That's the right answer, by the way. Oh, this dude Ali is killing us, man. He's like, now he's got 2 goals, and he's just absolutely carved us up again. Okay, we're gonna pause, and I'm gonna go find who this dude is. So he's let's see. Let's stop the match. He saved you from boredom and depression. Yeah. Yeah, it is tough at this level because you can't really, and this club is we were in level 10, and it's a small club to start with, so we don't have the reputation to sign anyone. And in the first season I played on stream with them, we got promoted, finishing 2nd in the division, and then for whatever reason the game decided, yeah, good, congratulations on your promotion, and then didn't promote us. It kept us in the same division. It told us we were promoted and then didn't do it. And so then I decided to play the next season off stream to try and see if I could just get promoted, or if really to check to see if I did get promoted again, was the game bugged out? And it wasn't. We won the division. Yeah, it was pretty frustrating. So it's the level. This is a version of the level 11 database from Dan. And so when it happened, I DM'd him on Twitter and was like, "Have you seen this before?" And he just said sometimes the editor gets a little bit buggy at the lower levels. I think my thing is, I think that first season, because of all the weirdness with COVID, where some teams didn't get demoted and some did, and some leagues expanded by a team and then contracted by a team and all that stuff. I think that's what happened. I think there was something there. I think in the first season from the Wessex, we were in the Wessex Division 1. I think only one team should have went up, and because there was only one spot up, and there was two said they got promoted, but I think there was only one spot. And so I played the second season off stream. We won the division, and then we got promoted. So now this is the beginning of that sort of third season. When I played off stream, what I tried to do was get back all of the players I had in the first season, and then play with, like, more or less run it back with the same squad. And so that worked out pretty well. So we'll see what happens now. But yes, it's very difficult. It's hard to to recruit players. A lot of loans. Hey, oh, I thought, come on, bro. I thought you had it. You did all the hard work. Oh, mate. I haven't found retaining them too hard, but oh man, that's not ideal. Okay. Let's make him inverted wing back on support. Yeah, it hasn't been too bad on that part, but yes. Wait a second. And what we will do is we'll bring him in. Him. And we'll drop him down there. Move him over there. And we'll move him into a complete forward. Oh. No, it's a friendly. It's a preseason friendly. And in non-league, in this save, it's, you got to put that in. Oh, far out. In this save, it's only 3 subs. You can have 5 on the bench and only 3 substitutions. They haven't brought the rule in. So in FM21, the 5 substitution rule is not in England yet. It is in like Europe, but not in England. So that's just a little bit painful as well, especially at the lower levels, right? Because your guys are they're only training twice a week if you're lucky. So they're not very fit and they're not sensational players to start with. So when you end up with them getting tired, then it makes it even worse. Pull a hamstring before they go back to their job as a plumber in the middle of the rest of the week. Won't be able to bend down and fix, Jenny's toilet and, Wessex, wherever they're living. One of the things I like about playing at this level is you approach players and they say that they're interested, but the money is not going to be enough for them to consider moving. Easy. That always makes me laugh because they're getting paid £20 a week. It's like I'm not going to take the extra 20 minutes to drive. It's not worth the money. It's always good fun. If we can come back and draw this with being down a man, that's not a good miss. I mean, our starting 11 have done pretty well here. Oh, nice. Oh, jeez. That's just ugly. That was just an ugly miss. We're getting FM'd. Love to see it. No, I'm actually in Australia. We have there. Oh, mate. No, I'm in Australia. So I'm Canadian. I've lived in Australia for like 20, almost 26 years. Yeah, same shit, different pile, right? I used to say when I first moved, oh, you're in Brizzy. Nice. I used to say when I first moved to Australia, when somebody would say, oh, you're an American, I'd say, yeah, whatever. I'm Canadian, but that's fine. And I say, much of muchness. It's not that much difference. Now, man, holy moly. You look at Americans, the place is crazy. It's like, nah, there's a world of difference. And to be fair, I look at Canada and I think, man, what happened to that place too? He doesn't want to come. I look at Canada and I go, yikes. Not the place I left, however many years ago, 26 years ago or whatever. It's not the same. So the world changed a lot, except Australia. Australia hasn't really changed. When I moved to Australia in when I moved to Australia in 1997, right? Yeah, you get it. So you would look at the UK now and think like, what happened over there? Like they're talking about brownouts in the winter and stuff. Like what on earth? What on earth went wrong? And same. I look at Canada and I just think like I look at because I'm from Toronto originally, and I see some of the news and stuff about what's going on over there, and I'm like, this is not the place that I left. It's really weird. So I kind of look at it and I think to myself, like I feel pretty privileged to have gotten out and gotten to Australia. Because not a lot's changed here, which is nice, right? It was good when I got here. There's been a bit of progress, like but it's kind of like still good, which is nice. It didn't go downhill. America's a zoo. Like it's kind of one of those things. My wife's she's Aussie, right? And my wife, she's always wanted to go to the U.S. and stuff, like just as a holiday or whatever. And we'd always had this plan. We would rent like a caravan and we would drive around the US. And we'd even planned it, we were going to go like from like land in Los Angeles, drive over to Vegas, spend a bit of time in Vegas, and then cut inland and go up through like Colorado and up into, Yellowstone and up in, and then maybe even drive into Canada and start up on the west coast of Canada and sort of move across. And now, like, no shot. Like, not even a little bit interested. My wife's like, yeah, no, I'm good, thanks. So she's not really interested in, you're not going to be a star player. You might be a squad player. Okay, we'll drop you down to 30. 40, you get $7. Okay, you're gonna get 37, 30, 47, 8. Okay, I'll pay that. Okay, Charlie Edwards, where are you? I don't even remember you, like, at all. How do you compare with like Kant or something? You're a little bit quicker, and that's about all you have going for you. Yeah, man. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by and chatting. Appreciate it. Yeah, you too. Go enjoy your kids for the day. Nah, I don't think he's worth it. Penny, left defender. We will compare you with Column. You're an inferior version of Column. And older. Callum Ferguson. Okay, we'll compare you with Kant. You are a slightly faster, slightly inferior version, but you're faster. Nope. This is the goalie. Svensson. We will compare you with Egeland. You're kind of the same player. You can play both sides. What is your foot? What are you? You are left-footed. Your work rate is good. You're short. about over here? Inverted winger on attack. You can cross the ball well. Do I want to just pick him up? Okay, I think I'll just wait on him for a sec. Keith Dubé. It's odd. You're not very... let's compare you to Bert, I guess. You're like a little bit better version of Bert. But you're not as fast. And you have that inversion thing happening. Dubé. Very strong left foot. Fairly strong right foot. Okay. So Dubé is one we might look at. Alexander Cook. Okay. Let's compare you with Comer. You're effectively the same player. I don't really see. You're less versatile. So probably take a pass. You're the goalkeeper. Jake Jones on attack. Lighthearted and unflappable. Okay. Let's compare you with Egeland. You're faster, you're more physical. You're not as good technically or at attacking, but you're faster. Would you be a good... Nah. Let's compare you to Brennan, actually. That's a better comparison. Come on, man. Brennan. Okay. Same thing. You're not as good at anything other than you're a little bit faster. You make bad. You're agile, you're jumping, pace, your stamina. Yeah, I think we'll take a pass. So the ones we want are Dubé. Wow. That is a lot of cash. Compare him to Bert. You're just a little bit better. You're a slightly upgraded version of him. Okay, let's see. If he really wants that kind of money. Breakthrough prospect. Surely he's not going to want that kind of money. What? Holy crow. Okay. Done. Okay, so he's good. Hassle. We've got a contract offer in for him. You're not what we were looking for. You're not what we were looking for. Compare him to Coomer. You're just a slightly worse version. Yeah, who can't play other side. Egeland. Brennan. You just said, yeah, okay. All right. That's probably pretty good. Uh, all right. Wow, we managed to get through July. We've been playing for 2 hours and 45 minutes. uh, can't. No. Like, okay. Transfer policy. All right. Okay. Yep. Whatever. Nope. 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 Poor limited basic. Let's go. Sounds about good. Place him on the loan list. Do it. Michael Baker's better off because of this. Nice. Good for him. Gravita. He's an influential player now. Nice. Whatever. Club atmosphere is average again. Okay. Let's go. We've got how about we block you? We ban you. All right. Sorry. Somebody came in and acted like a douchewagon, spamming everybody. Buy followers. Cool, bro. Nice. So he's going to Cambridge City. Coleman has rejected our loan offer. We probably can't afford to buy him, question mark. Nah, let's just let it go. I just need to check something. Sorry, one sec. Okay. bring up that on the second screen. Okay. Elliot Legg. So let's bring him in on a trial. How tall is he? 186. Tom Ashton. Does not look very fast. Has good technique. Let's offer him a trial. His finishing isn't good enough. Financial update. We lost 7,000 pounds that month. Whoa. We spent 12. We brought in 5. Yikes. Wow. Okay. Team selection advice. Okay. What does our schedule look like here? So for this game here, we'll play our first 11, and we'll play them for most of the game, and then because then we're into the season at that point. Okay, at least we know what we're doing now. Let's go look at what else. Okay. Okay. Twitch. Offers made for Kant. No, he's not going anywhere. We are literally not getting anyone that we wanted to sign. Ashton set to go on trial. Good. Salt is going on trial. Good. Leg is going on trial. Good. No injuries. Nice. So this is the match where we want to play our starting. Actually bid. What is this one? Just decline. Oh, I'll have to look at those two in a minute. No. Assignment finished. Sam Wright, center back. 187. He's determined. I don't know, man. Oh, you can bring him in on trial, see what happens. Monthly manager performance. Fans are very pleased. It's the first time our fans are pleased with that, with our performance in the transfer market. That's quite fascinating. Dubé set to sign. Let's go. Dubé has agreed to join the club. He's looking forward to working with a talented group of players. Where? Who Who are these talented group? Just kidding. It's us. So I think we've effectively, that's the first player we've sort of brought in, right? Our bid has been rejected. Okay, Harvey Ablett. Hey, Ablett. Okay. Pressing forward on attack. Your finishing isn't very good. Your off ball's not good. Your work rate's poor. How do you compare with Santoro? You're better. You're faster. You're much faster. You're better in the air, but you're not as good on attack. I don't think you're worth it. Jake Bayram. I love the haircut from Jake. Oh, hey, cheers, Looney. Much appreciated, my guy. Thank you for that, brother. That caught me off guard. Thank you. We're in the beginning of our third season, this sort of lower league save, and just trying to sign some players before the season starts. Try and see if we can get ourselves moving up the ranks, as it were. So let's compare this dude to. I hope you had a good stream, Looney. And I appreciate the raid immensely. Who are we going to compare him to? Can't. Basically, they're the same player. He's just a little bit better defensively. That's not really worth signing. Thanks, man. No, you're all right. It's enjoy the day. Thank you very much. As a small streamer, it's always appreciated when somebody drops in and says hi and shares their users with you. It's pretty nice, man. Thank you. All right. This dude, why would he be an A- signing for me? And to everybody who's come over from Looney's stream, I appreciate it. My name's Sean. Nice to have you here. Ask any questions or tell me about how your day is going, and happy to chat. Column? Yeah, it's pretty much not an upgrade. Not an upgrade. Acknowledge that. Move along. Oh. All right. So this will play whoever will play the backup squad. And then we'll Comer. We'll get through the Corcoran column. Bert. Dankwa. Gravida. Eagland. Actually, we'll play Brennan, I think. Taylor. Santoro. Yeah, that'll do. All right. So we'll play that through. I think they just made the goalie the captain. That's interesting. That's a slick move. What do we got here? Yeah, preseason. I pushed the wrong button. All right. Let's just get through. Our team is giving promo codes. Look, get lost. Like, why is that person Twitch? Okay. You are banned. Go away. Report them. Spam and bots. All right, go away. Sorry about that, folks. We just had a couple of those today where we've had people like that come in and just spam the stream with nonsense. So to clean that up. We're absolutely getting pumped here. Like, that person just distracted me to the point where it wasn't even noticeable. We were completely getting worked over. Not exactly what we wanted. But at least we're not losing. So we'll give it to sort of, oh, I spoke too soon. Far out, man. That's let's skip that. Okay, let's get the starting 11 on and see if we can at least make this game a little bit more interesting. We'll play you as an inverted wing back. And yep. Okay. All right, let's do a wholesale change and see what happens. All right, that's better. Oh, easy. Oh, that's easy. That's amazing. That's what it's called when you're an amazing tactical manager. You do that, except it was offside. So I was patting myself on the back so hard I forgot to actually look at the screen and see what was going on. Nice. Good job. I would demand more, but it's a friendly and it's still in the preseason, and you're sort of like, that seems a little bit try hard. Oh, Route 1 football. Hello. That's yes, we're not doing well here. We're not putting our best foot forward, let's put it that way. And we're just racking up cards. Oh no, that's them. They're racking up cards. Never mind. All right, forgettable day at the office. Did we just give away a penalty? Yes, of course we did. Because we kind of are getting slapped around. No shot. He was going to save that. All right, let's get out of here. Oh, game decided it wants to. Oh. Hey, freebie. An absolutely meaningless 94th minute goal from our captain, Ian Taylor. He dropped back nicely off his man. That was pretty clever pull away. All right, good for him. We got absolutely spanked. So let's just move on. That we weren't good enough, and I am angry. I'm very angry. Okay, I think this next game we're gonna have to play our starting 11 for the most part, and see if we can actually get ready for the season. Yeah, we slammed our team. What is, yeah, one unhappy. Why is he? Oh, okay. He's unhappy because he wants to leave. I can't do anything about that. I can't let him leave. I'm not really getting anyone quality in to replace him, so he's gonna have to just suffer in his jocks, as they say. We need to get our side warmed up properly, because we cannot afford to start the season poorly again. Like last year. What? Oh. Okay. Yeah, last year, well, last two seasons, we started off like horrifically, and like we're low mid table at Christmas, and then had to pull on absolute miracle runs. Like, what did we win last year? 18 games in a row to end the season or something to get promoted. You just can't do that. You have to be a little bit better. Okay. No, we will select the squad, not the assistant manager this time, because the assistant manager is kind of a dum dum at this level. So we'll figure it out from there. So if you're just joining, this save is Infinity FC. Infinity are a club who, in the 21-22 season, were playing in the 10th tier of English football, in the Wessex Division 1. And they were kind of a low mid-table team, sort of bottom half of the table. And they had a ground share. And their ground share deal collapsed in the middle of the season. And they couldn't find an alternative local ground to play on that met the even low requirements of the 10th tier of English football. So the team had to pull out of the season, and their record was expunged from, so they forfeited all their games they'd already played, and they were automatically relegated. And this was a club that was formed in 2006, just a little local club formed by some mates in 2006. And they'd worked their way up over 10 or 15 years to pretty respectable semi-professional tier of football for a small unbacked club. And they got relegated because they couldn't find a ground to play on. And I'd read the story at the time, and it was really cool. I thought, crappy story, right? Nobody likes to see that happen, but neat story. And I thought, oh, one day I wouldn't mind playing that. So then I was thinking of what I could do for a stream save, and that story popped into my head. And so I went and had a look on online to see what they were doing and stuff like that, and how they were carrying on. And they'd picked up where they'd left off, trying to make a go of things, and it was really cool. So this was their logo last year at the time, and the blue and the gold and the black, and then they've now updated it subsequently. So this is the original. They now have a slightly different logo, and I kind of liked it. I thought it's kind of cool. so then I had uh, Lorenzo from FM Custom Kits create me a new logo for the club and some custom kits for the game. And I thought, well, may as well have a shot at playing them. So, and see if we can recover instead of being sent down. Recover, and Clayfields was the ground in Hythe, where they lost their ground share. And in our first season, so in the first season of the game, we got promoted by finishing second in the league, and we had an absolute. So it was quite funny. If you go to the schedule, go back to the very first season, you can see we started off kind of poorly, like really poorly. And then around this part of the season, we started to get some wins. And then we just went on this tear through the back half of the first season. And we finished second, missing out on first by 1 point. So we got promoted, yay us. Except when the season rolled over from season 1 to season 2, the game didn't promote us. It for whatever reason left us in the Wessex Premier Division, or the Wessex Division 1. And so as the season rolled over, I kind of went, what? How come? It said I was promoted. Everything said I was promoted. The board gave me more money. Everybody congratulated us. It was all really good. And then it didn't happen. So I, this week, wasn't sure if the save was just borked, like if there was just a bug and I was screwed and had wasted however long I'd been playing it, which wasn't that long, right? It's one season. So what I did this week was I played off stream for the week to see if I could get promoted again. And if I did, would we go up? So I hustled through, and what I did was I tried to get the same players back for the second season. So more or less got the majority of the same team back, and played it again in the second season. And we had the same relative experience. We started off okay, and then just hit this horror patch in here where we were pretty much hopeless. And then once November kicked in, like the season before, we suddenly got ourselves sorted out. And this game here on the 1st of November was the last game we lost all year. And then we ended the season on whatever that is, like just this absurd run of however many wins in a row. And like some of them were, big 8-1 wins and things like that. But there are some in here that are crazy wins. Like this one here. This is one of my favorite wins of this season. We were down at the 56th minute. We were down 3-0. And then we scored 3 times in 4 minutes. And then we picked a winner off at the 78th minute. So in the 56th minute, we spotted them 3 and came back. And there were a whole bunch of examples like that during this absurd run where, we would score, like this one, we scored the winner in the 82nd minute. We 88th minute winner we got the 88th minute winner in the last game of the season that won us the championship. If we had drawn, we would have finished second. So that was pretty good. Now, when I look at this, who came up with us? Who was it came up with us? They didn't. So there's a bug there where it says that 2 teams get promoted, but only one is getting promoted out of our out of our division. Now I'm curious. History, competitions, history, past winners. Verwood. Yeah, so they finished second and didn't get promoted. So there's obviously a bug. You have to win. And so, yeah, if we had not gotten that 88th minute winner in the last game of the season, we wouldn't have got promoted, even though the game would have told us we did. So it's just I think it's just a bug in the way that this custom database is built. So that's kind of where we are in this save now. And yeah, it's pretty fascinating. Pretty excited to kind of get it back and moving, because I was kind of concerned that it was kind of bunked out and we would have to do something else. So, but yeah, we're good. Anyway, so that's the background for those of you who are first time here. Thank you very much again. Free for you to follow. I stream here Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and sometimes Sundays, and around this time. So, normally I live in Australia, so it's usually from now sort of 7 till 11 my time. Today's a little bit different because we had a national day of mourning for the Queen's death, so I had the day off. So I've been streaming most of the day. But I'll probably stop soon because I gotta go get my kid from work. Okay, so let's get back into where we were. Now, like I said, we need to get our starting 11 playing here. Comer, Prince, Corcoran, Column, Burt. He needs to become an inverted wing back. Who are we going to play out there? Dankwa? Who's better at the moment? Kant or Dankwa? Yeah, Dankwa's still better. Okay. And then we'll play. You know what? We're going to go down this road. We're going to play Kant in here. We'll play Egeland. Where's Egeland? In there. And we'll get Ian Taylor in. All right. And so what we'll do is we'll swap those guys through in the second half. We'll let them play 65 minutes, and then we'll make a big change. Just need to get the starting 11 some minutes together, because we're everything, like our tactical familiarity and everything, seems to have gone out the window. I'm not quite sure why, considering that these guys have basically been playing the system together for a couple of years. But there you go. You can't explain it. The off season, they all seem to forget how to play. Spring him through, attaboy. Round the keep. Had him beat, man. Round him and put it in the back of the net. Kind of having that at the moment where we're just not being clinical. But anyway, there we go. Yes, I thought we'd kind of blown that one too. So this dude, Taylor, when I started the save, so spun it up, right? He was a generated player on this team. So he's been there the whole time. I didn't recruit him. And he's now the captain, but he's a big lad. I think he's like 197 centimeters, and he's pretty good in the air and stuff. So, oh, nice. Far out. Got to be better defensively. So yeah, he's good in the air. So, corners on the near post. What happened here? Terrible defense. Are we going to get done again? It's challenging at this level. So this is level 9 now. It's challenging at this level to do the recruitment necessary to be that, to just improve all the time. So we just don't have the reputation. We pretty much, because we were a very small level 10 team, we're just getting every player we try to sign. They would prefer to play for somebody other than us. So it can be challenging. Oh, put it in. Yes. And that guy over there, Kyle Burt, we signed him in our first season. It's one of those stories in Football Manager where the guy has kind of average statistically. He just does a lot of things well. Or sorry, like it just seems like on the pitch he just seems to do a lot well. He seems pretty quick. He at this level, he crosses reasonably well, etc. So, so we're kind of fortunate in that regard. Their shape is interesting. They're playing like a 1-3 something. It's pretty weird. All right. Yeah, let's go. We'll get us to the 65-minute mark, and then we'll make some substitutions. Oh, easy. See, that's the kind of thing. Like, that's what I'm saying. He's not statistically, when you look at all of his numbers, you wouldn't think he should do this. But every now and then, he pulls this out of his kit bag. Right? Which, at this level, that's a pretty solid goal. I don't know. Maybe we'll let this run a little bit more. I think we'll give them 75 minutes because we're starting to get tired now. I was saying we're in good. We're not getting tired, but it looks like fitness-wise, we're starting to see that drop off, right? Which is not ideal. All right. So here we go. Bird again. Now I thought he was going to cross early. I thought he was going to skin that guy for pace on the outside, which he does fairly regularly. He's having a good game. They're making some wholesale changes. And we just got beat for pace in the back. Oh. At this level, your goalies tend not to stop one-on-ones. So when they do... So normally on the one-on-ones, the other team will miss at this level, or, you'll just get lucky, and yeah, they usually just miss. All right, so we'll put him in there. We need a left. So. Yep. All right. Well, wholesale changes. We gave them all a pretty solid run. So that's all we can kind of do for now. And maybe a win will help the team's the atmosphere. Oh, maybe he spoke too soon. That was a good shot. Eek. What? I mean, wow. It's pretty crisp. I mean, at this point, you'd have to argue that they deserve at least a draw. They don't deserve to be losing. Okay. I think the game heard me. Oh, maybe not. Okay, let's go. You'd expect for somebody to poke a ball through like that one of our fast forwards would run onto it, but they don't. Obviously, it's not our starters, but Santoro is a starter, so he has been a bit, so he should be better than this. There we go. Left his shooting boots at home. Yeah, I think the game heard me when I said this, that Bedfont don't deserve to lose this game like this. That guy Moyna, he's had like half of the lower leagues seem to want to sign him. This is, I mean, we play a Route 1 system, but far out, man. This is a pretty poor version of it today. Like, spring somebody. What are you doing? Oh. What? What happened? The goal was disallowed for nothing. Okay. I guess you just take that and be done with it. There was a lot to process there. Okay. We were fortunate to beat them. Yes, we were. I'm now interested to see what this does to the club dynamic, because that was something I said I needed to manage this off season so that we didn't. Wow, he's potentially got very good finishing. He's small though. Okay. Let's try. I'm almost like an addict. I can't stop myself from offering trials. Dynamics. That's what I was looking at. Okay, so that's good. We picked up our win. Things are going better. One unhappy player. It's not a lot I can do about the contrasting personalities. We're in very low leagues, right? We just take who you can get. Yeah, we'll see what he's. See if he's any good. Okay. So coming up, we've got our first ever FA Cup match. Pre-tier 10 teams don't play in the FA Cup, too low. So we played previously in the FA Vase, where we didn't do very well. And so now we'll see how we go. And Horndean, who we're playing, are in our division. So it's kind of a good test. If we don't poop the bed, then that's a good sign. I just want to look where we have. One sec. Okay. Deeping Stringer. Okay. We have him on trial. Where does he fit? Like, let's compare him, to Santoro. That's probably the best. they're kind of the same player. He's just a little bit better in the air. It's not really worth it. Okay, so we use our suggested training. All right. So what do we got going on here? All right. Hopefully we'll get get some of these players we've made offers to signed. So they've made offers for Kofi Boateng. He's on trial with us as well. I mean, he's okay for this level. He's short, so he's not playing there. Let's compare him with Comer. He's a little bit of a faster version of Comer. Not good at defending. I mean, now we'll take a pass. Reese Winter is another one. He's in that same position. Let's compare him to Comer as well. I mean, they're largely the same player. So that's not too... Hey, let's go. We got our man. Okay. It's always nice to get one signing anyway. Always nice to get one signing. All right. What are we at? So they're unsure. What are we at? Oh. So sorry about that. Minor technical blip. Happy with the sign-in. Unsure about his recent form. Yeah, I'm not worried about his recent form. Okay. I just want to check that guy again. Where's Hassel? Or Hassel. Let's compare him again with Santoro. He's a little bit faster. He's a little bit better defensively. He's a little bit better in the air. He's a little bit technically better. He's not as good on attack, or he doesn't have as good a vision. What is his finishing like? 7. What about Santoro? 10. Okay. Oh well. This is the guy. He's reacted badly to the collective win bonus. That's a bit different. That's a pretty unusual. That's a pretty unusual complaint. The collective win bonus has him angry. Okay, my guy. Maybe like it's a couple £100 if we do really well. I'm gonna buy a PlayStation at 18. All right, let's just move on. It's crazy. Always like it when you see those little weird idiosyncrasies. Zealand had that video where one of his players didn't turn up for training because he went to the club. Always love that. That always makes me laugh. Like these little weird idiosyncratic things they put in the game, and it's all within reason, right? Because they as a developer, Sports Interactive wouldn't be able to to make any kind of really outrageous things, that you sometimes see in real football. Player X has been caught, sending nudes to player Y's wife or something. Like, you'd never see that because they wouldn't be allowed with licensing. But he finally accepted an offer. Holy crow! He's had like weeks and weeks. He's all right. He's not that terrific. Okay. He's on trial with us. I mean, if he could come in pretty good. Not for sale. Contract info. Sutton Coldfield. I mean, well, we'll see. If we can either figure out a little bit more about how he's shaping, he might be an answer. Now I'm worried that we have too many. We have a lot of players now signed who might not have jobs, which then you start getting that I want to play, or I'm a squad player, please play me more, and then I have to deal with that noise. I don't want to deal with that noise. I'm one of those people who likes to play the same starting 11 over and over again and have like the same 5 subs over and over. I'm just comfortable with it. You just get, I need more minutes. Okay, bro. I don't know why I'm going to make that happen for you, but I hear you. Imagine playing at this level, right? And you're in the 10th tier of English football or 9th tier of English football. You're making £25 a week part-time. So you're probably like stacking the shelves at the local Tesco the other days of the week in your full-time job so that you can eat and, go to the pub with your mates on a Sunday night or a Friday night. And you play like semi-professional football for £20 a week, and you get angry when, they don't play you. I would be one of those guys that you see as unambitious, because I'd be like, yeah, £20 a week, just practice, hang out with my mates a couple times a week playing footy. Sign me up. That would be me. Wouldn't be too fussed if I just had to wear the tracksuit on the Saturday and then could go home. Tell the missus, don't need to wash the uniform. Didn't play. But I got my £20, so we're good. That would be me. You wouldn't see me storming into the manager's office. I'm not playing enough. Sean lacks ambition. Choose. Yeah, we'll keep them. It's kind of like when I was a kid in school. Sean is very bright, but doesn't put forward much effort. I couldn't even begin to imagine the number of times my poor parents got that lecture from some teacher. He doesn't try very hard. Yeah, we know. It's kind of like he's a bright young man, but he doesn't really try very hard. Yeah, it's kind of how he rolls. All right, so our trials have ended. Drew Lewis, what are you? You're not really gonna make us a better club, are you? No. You look like a toddler, man. You says you're 28 years old. You look like you're like 16. I'm sure. I have to close WhatsApp. My missus is texting me. Yeah, he looks like a toddler, this guy. Okay. So, Matthew Carr, you are a central defender. You're tall. That's a plus. How do you compare with, say, Prince? You're kind of the same, but just older. Would he be a useful backup? He's got a good work rate. He heads well. He's tall. No nonsense on defend. Actually, he wouldn't be terrible as an option. Yeah, fringe player. He knows his role. He knows his role. Not at 100 pounds. Good luck, son. Hope it all works out for you wherever you land. I don't think you're going to be taking Egelin's spot anytime soon. Nah, he's not. He's not enough. He doesn't have enough extra. He's got a good haircut, though. Speaking of good haircuts, this guy, he's gone for the aerodynamic look. He needs every lick of pace he can get. Okay, we'll compare him with Kant. Kant. Basically the same player. A little bit better, to be fair. He's a little bit better. But he's also a little bit older. What does he want to play? He wants to be a box-to-box midfielder. I mean, I could see him in that role. It would let me move Gravata up to the forward position. He's got a good work rate. He's just kind of solid. All right, let's see. He's a fringe player. He knows his role. Good. He wants 50 pounds a week. I want to pay him 30. I want him to make I want to pay him less. Okay. We're not really getting anywhere here, bud. Okay. You know what? I'll give you that. And I'll give you that. We'll meet there. Okay. Do I want to pay him that? I'm arguing over £5 here, by the way. £5 a week. And £5 a game. I could just sit him on the bench and save the £5, but yeah, we'll sign him. Let's go. Okay. No, you're not going to be fast enough. Nobody's been good this week. Mikey Small. There's a name I haven't heard in a while. Okay. I think I got to go get Zach from work. So I think what we'll do is we'll save here and we'll bring the stream to a close. And we'll say, like, this is the first meaningful game of the season. And we'll come back. Okay, whatever. We'll come back for, I think we'll stream later in the week. Hey, Tony, I'm leaving now, by the way, just so you know. We're closing down the stream because I got to go get Zach and it's evening and I need dinner and all those good things. Wait, wrong button. Sean's a dummy. Push the wrong button. But thank you to everyone who stopped by. We had tons of people. We had Haman drop in. Dak turned up earlier. We had Lelujo Saved Me stop in from Brisbane. Thank you. And we had Looney with the massive 28 viewer raid. So I appreciate you, Looney. Thank you very much. Everybody who stayed around, Mega Sting and Pink Balls and everybody else, and Tony dropping in at the end. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch. If you followed and everything on the stream, I appreciate it. That was really nice of you. Everyone chatting, you're awesome people. And I think what we're gonna do is we'll go and we'll share some love with some people, with maybe give somebody else the same kind of thing. So let's have a look. Click. So Click is streaming at the moment. Let's go say hello to him. But thank you again, and we'll see you in a couple of days' time. Pay attention on Twitter, and you'll find out when I'm streaming next. It'll probably be Sunday. But thank you again. Appreciate you, and see you soon.
Oh, Sean Cass, thanks for the raid. How was your stream? I know you were streaming FM earlier, because I got sent through damn it, I got sent through someone's raid earlier, so I just had raid streams up earlier. Yeah, how was your stream? We are in the 5th tier of Scottish football for the 5th season in a row. I think it's 5 seasons in a row now. I have been very poor in improving the team. Awesome, I had a good time. Thanks for stopping in earlier. No worries, dude. I just lurked for 15 minutes, I think. I literally just had like streams up on the PC as I was doing it, playing games on. So, yeah. I got like basically the same team I had